Yes, my people, I'm just going to be doing a quick market review over gold and NQ. So, yesterday, if you said it was bearish based off your 1 hour chart, I wouldn't have blamed you, as this would have been your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we can see that price ended up taking out this low. This is not a validated swing low here. So, this ends up being your like a sweep. So, that could be your 1, this could be your 2, 3. You can see that price sweeps 4 and then 5. And let's say you missed that, no problem. We close below this. You got your 1, you got your 2, 3, 4, and then 5. You tapped into this area here, and then hopefully we make lower lows and lower highs. So based off our higher time frame, you could say that price is bearish. This is our most recent bearish zone, and we've tapped into this area here. We also have SBS, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now if you're looking for shorts, I wouldn't blame you. So now when we go down to our 5 minute time frame, we can see that it looks like price has flipped bearish based off our 1 hour area of supply and demand. And we can see that at one point price was making higher highs. So high, low, higher high. Then we made a lower low, lower high, lower low. So already we've had that price flip. It looks like price is now getting below the SMA. So now if we're looking to take a trade, we can. Obviously we let price play out. So we've now closed below here. And within here, this could be a SBS where this could be a 1, that could be a 2, this could be a 3, 4, and 5. If we go down to the 1 minute chart, this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. And then obviously we don't quite, let's see, we don't quite tap the 618. However, we do tap the 50%. So if that's something that you're interested in, then obviously you could have potentially used the 50% or gone down to low time frame to potentially try to take a trade. And then when you let price play out, price ends up coming back, kind of just playing around. So if you just zoom back out onto our 5 minute, let me just remove this one in the background. Yeah, so when we move this could be a 5 where you could have got your 1-to-1, or potentially this is now your 5. And then when we go back down to our 1 minute time frame, we can see that technically we made a low, we made a high, low, higher high, and then this is where we had that internal flip. So now if you want to potentially take a trade after that, you can, or if you want to be more sensible, you could have waited for this internal flip to switch. And then as you see price play out, price just keeps going higher. So essentially it's either you was able to capitalize on these shorts going down, or potentially, so it's either you was able to capitalize on this going down, or potentially this going down. But besides that, if you didn't catch it from any of these two legs, then potentially you would have been at loss. There wasn't much going on, to be fair. Prices wasn't giving us what we wanted. But overall, when we do that, really zoom out onto our daily, price is essentially bullish. So it would have always been better for us to look for longer setups based off a higher time frame. But that's it for gold. Not really much that went on. Let me now just go switch over to NQ. Okay, so essentially for NQ, I mean price was also bullish as well based off the SMA and stuff like that. But when we head down to the, so yeah, price was bullish essentially. When we head down to our 5-minute time frame, we can see that price has essentially flipped bearish, you could say, as we've come from this area here, and then as we let price play out, we come back. So you could say this is your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Obviously, we go down to a lower time frame. Essentially, I'll need price to take out those lows, and then I'll potentially look for a flip, and we can see for ourselves that price does not do that. So we come back and mitigate this area here, and then now it's still the same thing in terms of looking for a flip. So now my new flip will be at these lows. You let price play out, and price doesn't give us what we want, which is fine. But you know, so again, no trade on NQ, but same thing again. If you use our higher time frame, which is on 1 hour, price is essentially bullish. Even if I go to my daily, you can see that price is essentially bullish. So when we have higher time frames, for context, sometimes it's easier to try frame your day based on that. Obviously, as you go to the lower time frames, even a candle like this down candle from the daily is a lower time frame trend, a lower time frame downtrend. So sometimes it is hard to kind of get in and get out on how you want it to be. But again, like, yesterday wasn't a great day in terms of, you know, trying to get in. But even if you was just patient and there's no real setup, then you would have been alright. So funny how, look, the next day, if you guys can see, the next day, what did you do? We ended up dumping. So, well, in the morning. So you can see how your bias that you wanted ended up being correct. However, it just took much more time for price to play out. And these things are always going to happen, guys. So remember, patience is the key, and discipline is discipline is important, because days like today, there's gonna be more of it to come. So yeah, it's just about staying put and just understanding that there is light at the end of the tunnel. So that's it for today. There was not really any trades I would have personally taken, which is cool. But always remember, guys, that victory belongs to the most tenacious, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Ciao.